All right, so I got a couple more questions for you. First one is, so obviously I know you're a late model guy, but you said you spent all this time at the bowler shop, and they said tear down the mod and rebuild it, right? So do you have modified racing in your future, or what's the game plan here?
Yeah, so I drove an SK at Thompson when I was with All Phases or whatever, and after that, what was it, 2 years ago at the Haunted 100, I actually drove the 3, so that was pretty cool. But hopefully one day I'll be in a mod, yeah.
Yeah.
You drove the race?
How did that open up? Yeah, in the 3.
Forget who was driving. Oh, Beers maybe? Yeah, Austin was driving that year, and their year went pretty good, and I won, I think, probably 8 or 9 races that year, and Scott's always been pushing to get me in it, and obviously it's just a money thing, right? But
yeah.
So one thing led to another. Started talking to Mike, and he was like, well, if you can pay for tires and fuel, we'll let you have a shot in it, and was able to come up with enough sponsorship money to do it, and we did the one race. I think we started like almost 30th and finished 7th or 8th, so it's a pretty solid day.
Yeah, for sure. Is Ripkema in that thing full time now?
Yeah.
Do we know? It is. Yeah, they're going racing next year together?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, right on.
So do you still talk to those guys?
Yeah.
Scott?
Yeah, no, I'm real friendly with all those guys.
Oh, that's cool. Greg, I pissed him off real bad.
Really?
Yeah, Rocco's wedding. Oh, they were all there. Greg and his wife, I forgot her name. She's an official, right?
Yeah.
So she's great. Dude, we were partying so bad. I didn't realize I was pissing him off. And by the time we got done, he was so mad at me. But I still love him. I hug him now when I see him because it was so fun.
All right, so the other thing is, tell us about these X car races. How did this come about?
Well, obviously, I'm engaged to Maddie, and Dylan's her brother, so it's always been like a joke to like go and do it or whatever. So he finally conned me into doing it one race, and I think I got wrecked my first time or whatever. But we won the heat race, so that was cool. But yeah, it's just kind of been like an ongoing thing of like when I don't have a race, he's like, "You want to go to Waterford?" I'm like, "I guess,"
Yeah.
But yeah, we have fun. He has fun doing it. I enjoy it. So
Yeah, what are those cars like driving?
not fun.
No?
No, I mean they're fun to race. It's just
They're not as easy to drive as like an act
Well,
later.
they're like
No.
underpowered,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
Right.
it's like racing in slow motion to me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I enjoy it.
Right.
So just try to have fun with it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Do you know how much power they actually make, like
Like-
average?
Yeah, it's like written on the hood. It's like 123 or something.
No way. I didn't know it was that low.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Wow,
a
I thought
lot.
they were at least
Wow.
making like 200,
No,
to be honest
not
with
a
you.
shot.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just
Yeah,
a
you guys
Saturn.
kept winning though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's once like Misik and those guys showed up, they
Yeah.
have like I guess way more horsepower than we
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
So it's a little.
What about the open car for
Oh, the Streeter.
Yeah,
Those
that
things are
looked fun. That thing is badass,
Yeah,
dude.
those things are cool.
God, the thing looks nasty. It sounds nasty. And that big ass blue flame that shoots out the side of the exhaust.
Yeah,
Right.
so was that all like, was it you, Ryan, and Chad were all kind of at the bowl in the middle of the year? Like,
Yeah.
what's their car owner's name?
Richard Sprague, Scoop.
Yeah, Sprague, Scoots.
Scoots. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so that all came about is like Ryan Lynham messaged me over the winter when they got a distance slate model, and they were like, "Oh, can you help us set it up?" So I set it up for them. They ran good at the icebreaker, and then they won a race or a couple races at Waterford, and then they bought out De Gasperi, I think it was, over the winter.
That's the car you drove.
The green one, yeah, that thing. But yeah, yeah, that thing's not easy to work on, to say the
Yeah.
least. But no, it goes good. So one thing led to another. He put me in that, and then I ended up buying the distance car from him that I won the full fender throwdown, I think it's called in.
Yeah.
So that was Ryan's car, and then when Chad and them split up, they finished the car I'm driving now. They finished the 10, and they had it ready, just sitting there, and like, oh, you want to drive it at Thompson? I was like, why not? And
Right.
so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that turned into a Scoot show, the 19 and 10.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. You can't catch the 19 though.
Yeah, no, we're getting there.
That thing is fast. Oh yeah.
Is 2025 like wait and see what happens here, or do you have stuff in the works, or?
Probably just the Act Tour stuff again, and
Yeah.
just have fun. just on the side as much as I can. Obviously, we got stuff with Richard and all that. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know what the schedule looks like there, but hopefully some open street stock stuff and just try to have fun.
So what's the end game for you, though? I'm curious. I mean, because you're still young enough, or are you just content with what you're doing?
I'd like to go modifieds eventually, obviously, like Monaco or the Tour or something, like long-term goal, but I mean, I'm pretty happy right now.
Right. The one thing I have noticed is it's a little different, you know, like, because Palmer is, I mean, he dabbled in mods, but he's a late model guy. Yeah. And I kind of, like, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? I remember from Keith telling me this, Rocco, that, like, the ACT cars, like, if you were a late model driver at Stafford with the G-Metric cars and you went mod racing, it'd be a little bit different of a change as opposed to an ACT guy going to a mod. There's more similarities there.
Yeah.
You know?
But what I was getting to is some late model guys are just late model guys. I mean, that's how I think about it.
No, yeah,
he
right.
comes up to mind as just forever will be a late model guy and maybe a late model guy down south. You know, I don't, or you know, something more like Brody, and I bring him up because that's all he loves is fendered cars. He has no interest in getting in a modified. Like,
wow.
You know, his goal is to run late models, and if it's not a late model, it's a late model down south.
Right.
Yeah.
Not really interested in anything other than that. And I think Palmer's like that. I always had that vibe from you because you just have been eating late models and eating the competition. Yeah. You know, I'm not sure because it's hard in itself with those cars to win like you do.
Yeah.
Because I've been working on them for 2 years, and I'm ready to just get out and get out as far away and as fast as I can from these cars.
You were in it at Waterford, weren't you?
Huh?
You were in it at Waterford.
That was my first time in 4
You
years.
look good.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wrecked Fanning.
But when you ran late models regularly, they were still G cars, right?
Yeah, we were fast then, though. I won a lot of,
Yeah,
not a lot.
I hated that car. We don't have to go back.
Oh,
there.
yeah,
That
I
was-
know.